Okay, everybody, looks like we're streaming. So, welcome again to Sakai. This was a bug that was filed this morning by Matt Clare when he saw me tweeting that I was live coding. I'm in my stand-up basement, that's why it's kind of, you only see ceiling tile behind me, because it's harder for me to make a better camera work, but maybe I'll get that working at some point. So Matt Clare was tweeting me that he was going to put up some JIRAs for some accessibility flaws. We don't have too many accessibility flaws. We're stamping them out, and Matt Clare is great at stamping these things out. So that's Matt Clare. I guess I should. Am I logged in? I'm logged in. I should log into JIRA because I'm going to have to start things up. Okay, so there's Matt. I'm watching the issue. I already started progress. So I really haven't looked at this. I just clicked that I was going to start progress on this. So let's see what Matt's unhappy with. So he's saying that all the form input items are checkbox. Oh, come on. I'm missing a corresponding label. Okay. And so let's see what he's mad about. What kind of page is he looking at? Okay, so this is from my portlet, my basic LTI portlet. I love this code. It's so pretty. It's using JSR 168 and JSP, which turns out to be my favorite way of doing code in here. Oh yeah, you gotta say goodbye. Okay, sorry about that. Had a little bit of a glitch. I'm working on Matt Clare. I just tweeted Matt Clare. Hey Matt, if you're out there watching, we're working on your code right now on JIRA SAC 62. Oh, come on, YouTube. Whatever. I keep not have these things on YouTube right. 6032 685, which is, yeah, that's the one I want. Hang on, I go fix my YouTube thing. 32 685. That's the one I put in. This is really weird how I can't seem to get YouTube to do the right thing, but there we go. YouTube. Okay. It's in the tweet. 32 685. So, he is unhappy. The accessibility checker is saying that these don't have labels in them. Is that it? Wish I knew how to run this better myself, but so let's go ahead and fire up. Let's get our database server running. By the way, if you, I should probably put this in the description. The way I do Sakai development is I have these things I call the Sakai Scripts in my personal C7 GitHub. Right here, so you check this out. And then it actually does the checkout, and it does all kinds of things and tells you what you want to install, all kinds of things. And so you'll see that whenever I start doing any of my coding, and I'm very old school, someday maybe like somebody smart like Matt or Noah or Earl will do some live coding, and you'll see that they don't use VI. So I go to dev, I have a folder called dev because I'm so old school, dev, cd Sakai Scripts. And so those files are sitting right there. This is my starting file, etc., etc., etc. So let's see. Let's go into the master. This is the Sakai. Oh, trunk. Here's the Sakai code. Get status. I always start by doing a get status. Yeah, I got some lesson builder hacking that I'm doing, but I'll just leave that sitting there if I have to stash it. I'm going to do a get pull upstream master. I know a good SVN programmer can pretend they're using SVN even if they're using GitHub. But I got nothing. I'm caught up with master so that I don't have to recompile everything. So that's good. So I'll just make this be. Here's basic LTI, and it's got the same kind of structure as a lot of Sakai tools, services, APIs, services, the impl for the service. That's a servlet. This is the pack is where the tool ends up being. but the source code is here in tool, basic LTI tool, and do you mind to say target? Let's just take a look at what's going on here. Do you mind to say don't want the targets to show up? And so what you basically see is there is oops, where's the text? I got a text. Can't be very important. So if we take a look, we see we got some properties for the internationalization, the pom.xml that controls it all. The main work here is LTI that. Oh wait, this is in the admin tool. I'm in the wrong place. I don't want to be in the wrong place. I want to be in the portlet. CD basic LTI portlet. All that code was the administration tool under that basic LTI tool, basic LTI portlet. Do minus a, throw away the target. Okay, so got some bundle stuff, POMs that get it compiled, the properties, and then a servlet, which is where all the web services live, and then the portlet, which is where this user interface that he's unhappy with, right? And so I might as well go ahead and start Sakai, because sitting here in a tool, I can recompile this with my SMV script over and over and over again, and tools hot deploy. Portlets are especially good at hot deploying, redeploying. So I can just start Sakai up here with my start and my tail script, so I can watch the log. That'll take a while to come up, but then I can start playing with Sakai. Let's get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's take a look. We'll see. I hope there's no other ones, because these are pretty dang easy. This will be super easy. This is going to take such a short amount of time. It's always great to work on code you like. So let me start a new tab. I tend to keep this tab as my Sakai tab. This is my compile tab, and then I have a series of tabs, which are my code tab. Du minus a grep. So these are the user interface is are in these JSP files, and so I happen to know that this little screen right here is the edit panel, and the edit panel, is it coming up? I'll show you the edit panel. So the portlets have modes. They have the normal mode, the what the heck is canvas config.jsp? Did I write that? I don't know why I have that there. Somebody might have wrote that. Might be me. I don't quite know why. Okay, doesn't matter. Edit.jsp. Let's take a look at edit.jsp. Oops. Okay, so the way these things work is there's some setup here. I mean, if you've never done JSP before, JSP is kind of like, it's Java, and so it's you're flipping in and out of Java. You kind of start outside Java and then you flip back in, and that's why you can just write Java here inside this stuff. It's not a terrible. The ifing is, yeah, if then else's is kind of a mess. So somewhere in here, I'm going to have. Oh yeah, remember that. Okay, so here we go. What? I do have labels. I'm not a bad guy. Let's see, the launch URL. Oh, no, it's the checkboxes. It's the checkboxes. So I do have labels, and that's why I've got green up here. So so it's okay. So we're going to go down here. What are we looking for? Services. Now I can't search for services because everything is in a resource bundle, right? So that's the resource bundle to get the text. So that's all been internationalized, so that's normal. Let's see, allow outcomes. That looks like it's starting to be allow outcomes. That's probably allow outcomes right there. That's probably allow outcomes. So this is allow outcomes. Oh yeah, it's gonna be so sweet. Okay, the first bad one is, well, let's go ahead and start this up since I think it compiled and came up. Go to port 8080. We'll log in. And I just happen to have one of these things, I think, already in my Mercury site. External tool, this guy right here. So the edit.jsp, there's Java code that decides when to run it, but basically this edit.jsp is really what's driving this thing. And the thing that's there that Matt's upset about is if I inspect element right here, we don't have the label right. So wait a sec. Release name. What's this? What do you mean? That's right. Let me go see. I was going to say this label here. And there's that label. And that's a checkbox. And was that one that failed? Send usernames. Send usernames. Send email addresses. What? Hang on a second. I'm rather confused now. This might already have been fixed, and maybe, but he's using a nightly, so now I'm confused. And that's the thing that's confusing me. His screenshot has send usernames to external tool. And that's in privacy settings. And mine says send names to the external tool. So that is really quite strange. Why is that different? It's almost like he's running a different version. But he's running nightly. He's running the new pretty UI, so it's not like it's Sakai 11. Okay. I'm kind of lost here. Correct minus R. Send usernames. Stepper. Something's very weird. Wait a second. Something is super weird about this. How can he be using nightly and getting a different string than I am? So I'm saying send names. That's what mine is saying. So now I'm kind of confused. It's okay. I'm going to try something. Get blame. Now I gotta go play on nightly because this doesn't make any sense. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh, I'm in the completely wrong code. That would... Really? Oh, I'm in the completely wrong code. Okay, so now let's do this. Okay, I bet I know what's going to happen. cd dot dot. Now if I grep for send usernames. Yeah. Okay, that's not in that same place. I was in the whole wrong place. Where I want to be here is, I want to be in administration workspace. I want to be here. Okay. Well, this is install LTI1 tool. There are two ways to do this. So there we go. So now if I do an inspect element, yes. That's a complete. Oh, now he's really mad. Is that the other bug? Is that the other bug? He wants this to be LI tags? Hang on, I gotta look for this other bug. Where's the other bug? Maybe he's complaining about the same thing. He's got a second JIR here. List of. Oh, so he's got two complaints in. Okay, my dog's asking to come in, so I'm going to be back in 30 seconds, so hang on. Okay, now I'm back. Okay, so problem was we got two ways to add LTI tools, and he was complaining, and it is indeed the case that what he wants me to do is not only should these, am I not putting label tags here, but I have the text, I just am not putting it in a label. And my other one, I was doing it right. In my other code that I wrote, I was doing it right. And he wants, is this really supposed to be an LI tag? Well, that teaches me a lesson. Current semantic structure lists. Okay. Teaching me a lesson about accessibility. So unordered lists and ordered lists. Definition. Okay. Okay, Matt, you say so. I'm not expert on this. So we're doing it your way. Okay, so now, where the heck's that? So that is where I was before. cd dot dot, cd basic LTI tool. Cd basic LTI tool. Okay, so this is different. This is a different technology. do-a grep. This is a velocity application, and that's because this is a helper to the site info. So this code also runs both by itself in the administration and as a helper tool in site info. When your external tools site info, let's go to Mercury. Goodbye. Now I know what I'm doing wrong. When you are down here in site info, most of this is velocity. So when you click this external tools, this code here, that is both, it's used both places. And it's used in lessons, etc., etc., etc. So that's where this is at. I'll go back to administration workplace because that's the one I can edit. And go into external tools. No, it's external tools. I didn't mean that. Okay, this is what I want. And this is my page. And what's cool is this is now, it's got sort of this big chunk of Java, which I don't think I'm going to have. Well, this is going to be kind of messed up, but this is a Java tool. It's got internationalization. It's got some resources. This is using that table sorter, which you saw, and then all these things are in the velocity file. And this is, I'm looking at tool insert. So this is a little weird, okay? So if you look at this tool insert, look at this. So this is using a object relational mapping technology that I invented. And somewhere in here is one line, form input. Okay, see that form input code? Star.java. So working that backwards, we go here, form input, and so this is basically, I have this thing I call foo-rm, and it actually generates all of this automatically. And it's, I don't know, do I still have like foo-rm? Yeah, foo-rm. I hate object relational mappers, unless of course I wrote them. Okay, so I wrote this 2011, 6 years ago. I just got so tired of writing code after code after code, and so I basically said, I'm going to do this really simple thing, but the goal is not necessarily just automating the SQL, but automating the form UI. And by now I'm sure someone has built something cool like this in JavaScript, but I'm inside the server, and so I can do a lot more. And so what happens is if we look at this code, it's calling form input to get the actual form input. So all that text that includes, you know, pretty much from here down to here is all coming from foo-rm, from form input. Now I'm going to have to start bouncing Sakai now, because as soon as I start changing this foo-rm, it's a utility code, and when I recompile utility code, I can get stuff that sort of hangs things. So ultimately, this has nothing to do with insert. It means that every tool that uses every bit of this tool that uses foo-rm, and it uses it a lot, that's all fine. That's all fine. That's irrelevant, and it's not even in the Java code. It is in. Where do I hide foo-rm? Find dot minus name foo-rm star. Boom, where is that? Okay. It's in the API. I don't know why I put it in there, but I did. Is this it? I'd probably put it there so it would end up being shared. No, that's just useless code. Is it? Oh, I got a test case. Form input row. Oh, this is gonna be so quick, so cool. Form input. Form input text, form input key, form input hidden, form input text area. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this. What he's got is I've all got this automated, but why is this not wrong? Why is this right? Because this is coming from that too. Is that right? Is there a label? Okay, so there is a label for frame height. Oh, I see. So I do put labels in. The problem is I don't know what the name of this other guy is. Okay. Privacy settings. So I'm turning these into paragraphs. He does not want those to be paragraphs. How can I know when I'm starting and stopping those things? Oh, you're so cruel, Matt. You're so cruel. Or accessibility is cruel sometimes. I don't exactly know what I'm doing here. guess it's a list. Yikes. Well, let's do this first. Paragraph, send name.input. Oh, look at that. I already have an ID for all these little guys. Do I have IDs for the checky-boxy guys? Inspect. We're going to fix this. ID. Oh, thank you very much. I've got an ID for this. So I've got that. I wonder if you're allowed to put the label for afterwards. You have to be able to put the label for afterwards. Well, well, well. Okay, input type. So form input end. What does form input end do? Okay. Well, that's kind of nice. Okay, so we got the field ID equals. So it looks like the field is the ID. So I can say, oh, and I got a form input start. I'm not that bad of a programmer, folks, after all. So I can make this be sb.append. So this is when you have like reusable code. You're going to see that all this stuff is going to happen like instantly. Slash label happen to be at the end now. Now I will come back here. So, oops, come back. Just leave myself a comment to come back here. So now I need to do form input start. I have to leave this a paragraph for the moment. Start. Why wasn't that in the radio button? On page 4. Oh, that's going to be, so I'll have to remember to fix the radio button separately. Okay, so let me just put myself on. To fix radio input start. Oops. Okay, so it starts a paragraph. Starts a paragraph, gives it an ID. PL import item dot input class, and I think, oh dang, look at that, look at that. Why do I suppress that for checkboxes? I actually think that what I'm, look at that. I have labels in here. Do I have like label for some of these things? Do I have a label for this? Inspect. I got a label for that. So somehow checkboxes don't get labels. I think this is a mistake on my part. So how about I just go like, actually, let's do that. Let's do this. I think this really wants to be radio button, not checkbox. To do, come back for this. Okay. Come back for this. Is it radio? Is it radio my string? Yeah, so that doesn't even use input start. And that makes some sense. Oh, radio looks bad. Looks painful. We'll come back to radio. Okay? We'll come back to radio. But at this point, yeah, I should put a logger in there. Come back for this. So, put a yada on there. So I can remember. So, I got a feeling like, by that is 2 changes, tiny changes. Move that over there. That I want to get that checkbox working. So now the question is, how am I going to, I think this is going to solve it, which means that, you know, but that LI thing is harder because each of these routines that I've got going on here, form input start and all that stuff, hang on, I got to show you what I got going here. Get, okay, so that's compiled, right? No, it's not compiled. What did I do? What? Get status. Get diff dot y. Double. Doesn't that work? That's not my code. I hope it compiled when I checked it out. Okay, so, oh, I think I was running compiling 2 windows at the same time. So just don't do that. Okay, so now I can start this baby up. And now I have to start, and while I'm starting this up, I'm going to think about the other problem of how to turn these paragraph tags into LI tags. So I got to tell you a little bit more about what's going on here. Find dot minus name LTI service Java. Okay, so if I look at the thing tool, get me what I want. So the way this little guy works is I have this little thing, and it basically defines the database table. It defines using the internationalization, and all these things. It defines these things, and it has like headers. See this little header guy, right? Major, label, radio. Oh, so this is going to work okay because I'm not really having completely independent radios, so I can fix that. Checkboxes are going to be the hard one. Do I even do the radios right? Wouldn't that be something? Oh, I do the radios right with labels. I just don't turn them into LIs. So I'll have to fix that. I'll have to make the... Okay, so I don't know where I should put a thing, so let me just put something in here. Here we go. Come on, give me the radio. There we go. Okay. To do fix radio, labels, work, need LIs. This I think I can make work. They'll probably tell me you shouldn't use an H4. I don't know why. Okay. But now I can't know to fix that later. We started back up here. Are we started? We are started. I'll have to log back in here. Log in. Okay, so now let's go down here. Well, let's find my checkboxes and see if at least my checkboxes have labels. should probably check with them to see if the label can encapsulate the text and the value. I'll ask him that later, but I think that's right, because I think I do that in other places that like here. Well, icon's a little hard. Let's do title input. So do the label. Oh no, I have the label outside. Yeah, but for checkboxes, I'd have to put it outside. I'm going to leave that. Let's see. Is that how it works? I'm going to make this back to being checkbox. And what I'm going to do is I don't know, Matt will have to tell me which way I'm supposed to do it, but I'm going to go to form, input, end. And if the label is not equal to null, label is not equal to null, and checkbox is type. I probably should have put a if label is not equal to null. In this case, the label should always be null. I'll put that here. So this means that I'll put the label after the checkbox. The checkbox and then the label for. We'll see which way he likes it. I can do it either way. But floating on, I don't know what that means. I don't want to put that in there, but it's okay. I'll put the for checkboxes only. I'll put the label in between the checkbox and the thingy. I don't know if he'll be liking that or if I'll get another nick on that, but we'll find out. So that I think that's fixed. And so let's look for the radio guy. So the nice thing about the radio guy is I can probably, there's a for loop in here. I think that I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to make this an ordered list. Oh boy. Oh boy. How can I tell this? I do really don't want to mess with this from a CSS perspective, so I'm going to be slam and lamma because of this. What I really want there to be ordered list, CSS, no bullet. An ordered list, an unordered list. This is what I am doing. Hello, everybody. I don't want you to ever put a style on here. So I can't think of a reason to do this. Okay, I'm going to escape those buggers. And then I'm going to just put that append. So Matt, you're getting a free radio button fix at the same time. So now I think I can say li here. I think I can say li. Figure I might as well fix 2 bugs for 1 compile. So let's start this to compile now. Kill Sakai. And then want watch that compile and see who's been texting me while I've been doing this code. Who is texting me? Glenn is texting. A bit. Oh, 475. Okay, that was one mistake. 475, 475, 476. That's probably just fine. Let's recompile again. Damn it. 336. Checkbox. No, I don't even know if it's a... Damn it. It needs to know what kind of thing it is. That's okay. Oh, you're watching me, Glenn, right now? Hi, Glenn. Glenn just texted me, said he's watching me. Yeah, when I'm done, Glenn, I'll call you. I'll call you. Where am I? Wait a second. I'm not even doing the whole screen. How come this is so messed up? Oh, hang on a second. I might end up blowing this up. Crap-o-matic. What is going on here? Hang on, I gotta resize this. This might blow up my screen, my thing badly. This display is too big. Wow. This is really bad. I've been streaming all this stuff and you haven't been watching. I haven't seen it because it's too small. Crap-o-matic. Yeah. What, Glenn? He likes the music. Okay. So now I'm gonna have to squeeze this in on a smaller screen. Yeah, you've only been seeing a part of it. So this is what the messed up part is now. See, my latest thing here. My latest thing is I need this type variable. So now I'm gonna have to go to all the form input ends. Form input start. Form input start. Form input start. Form input start. The type is the third parameter. And now I got to fix all the places that call this. Form input end. Third parameter has got to be the type. So I can just see that. Okay. Now this is going to be I don't do a form input start, whatever. I will say, oh, that's not going to do a text area is not going to work because going to have to put a label in there. So, oh, note to self, text area. You'll see what I got to fix there in a second. But let me finish this one. This one is this is a radio. Radio, that's okay, because radio I suppress in that code. What is that? That is a checkbox. Oops. This is always harder than I expect. Okay, that's my code. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Okay, so I think I might have successfully fixed all the places that is, and now I should be able to recompile this. Whoa, how come it's over here? Man, oh man, I'm not seeing all this on the stream. This is really bad. Okay, so now I've got this done. I've lost my train of thought almost because I keep, oh crap, that's great. Stop, start. Hopefully the stop didn't work. I need to start in a tail. Okay, so there's a tail. Okay, that'll take a little while to come up. So if you didn't, this is the one we're working on. We're working on a couple of 32,685 and 32,686. So what we're working on at the same time. I already got 32,685 done. I should have checked that in while I was ahead. That's okay. That's okay. Got to fix it all for Matt anyway. So let's watch to see if she comes up. So they're coming up. Hurry up. I need a faster computer. I'm bored. If I stack too many things up while I'm waiting for something, then I can't code very well. What is going on here? Shoot. Stop. Oh, stop worked. Start. My stop scripts are pretty smart. They go figure out and go blasting things. So now I'm tailing a good start. Damn it. I so lost my train of thought. Okay, let's just catch up on Twitter. Nothing exciting. See if anybody mentions me. This is when you're taking my course. Okay, that's the way I can see if like there's a problem. Oh, hey Matt. Sweet. Oh, I've been doing this for 45 minutes. Ah, so I did get a cool mention. Nah, it's still not up yet. It's got to be almost done. Fix 65 seconds. Refresh. Log in. Don't die and don't blow up. Okay, so... Whoa! Whoa, look at that! Look at that! Matt, look how pretty that is. Because it's an LI and it's inserted. I don't know if we meant to do that or not. Hello, happy little LI. Put the label 4 on the Is that one of my problems? Oh no, I got this one fixed already. I'm working on this one now. And how about radio buttons? I'll say this. Hey Matt, and go to comments. I assume that radio buttons are supposed to be LIs as well, right? Because I fixed it. Live on YouTube. Still have to fix the checkboxes, because checkboxes are going to be harder. You're going to see that checkboxes are harder. Okay, so so here's my problem. Here's my problem. Okay, you want me to add a space, Glenn? Okay, I can fix that. Add a space between the radio buttons equals quote radio. Oops, don't do that. Quote radio. So Glenn wants a space right here. That's what you want, right, Glenn? Okay, we'll put you space there. I think. Yeah. You'd think we wouldn't have to do that. You think the better way to do that would be CSS, but who knows? I'll put the radio there. We'll see it next time. Next time I compile the whole thing. Because now I want to fix the problem with checkboxes. Okay, so let's see how this works with checkbox. Form input checkbox. So oh man, this is going to be painful. What do you think, Glenn? I know CSS would be better. I'd like you to put like a left padding or something on it. How come it's not showing? It doesn't seem to show all the screen all the time. Damn it. I'm going to stop this stream and restart it because the size is funky. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back streaming. I think you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing now. I thought you're seeing like somehow the size of the screen is like messing up. Maybe let me stop and start again. Yeah, something happens when I change screen sizes, but that's okay. So now we got to solve this problem of these checkboxes. And so if we go in here and we look at these checkboxes, and so the problem is that what he wants me to do, what Matt wants, what does Glenn want me to do? We're pair programming here because Glenn just texted me when I screw up. Okay, yeah, way better. Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Okay, so the problem that what Matt wants me to do is he wants these to all be in a list, and so these are. But the problem is if you look at my code, I've got a loop that's running this stuff, and so I'm going to have to do something a little more clever here. Oh, I don't want to make a static variable or something, but the point is that in my code, I don't really know the difference between this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing. So if I'm starting a sequence of checkboxes, I want to emit an OL tag, and then these can all be LI tags. That's fine. Then I need to emit another OL tag, and so, oh, wait a sec, maybe I can do this. So if we look at this form input is getting called over and over and over again. And it looks and sees what kind of thing I'm making. And so now I got to find out where form input is called. If I'm good, there'll be some list somewhere. Form input row array string form. No, that's not what I want. I want to get form definition. There's got to be a. Oh, okay. Here we go. So we are looping through that form definition. This form definition right here. This is this thing over here, parsed and easily eaten. But so what we're doing here is Okay, so we're looping through all these things, right? And so, why is the row form input? What the devil? Why is that? Oh, I kind of stupidly used this variable. Oops, 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 oops. Use this variable. That's a stupid name for the form input. Whoa. Let me just change that before my head explodes. Let's call this imp instead, my iteration variable. Oops. Wait a sec. Oh, form input. Imp. Imp. Okay. Okay, so now that was freaking me out. So I had my iteration variable form input. I wrote that code, so I'm freaking myself out. Okay, so this is asking for the form input, right? And oh, so temp. So temp is just a string at this point, and if it's the header type, I'm going to add the header. Okay, so you have to think, you're going through, and if you encounter a checkbox, so the checkboxes are like, you'll have a header, somewhere we have a header, right there, header, and then a series of checkboxes. And what I need to know is that I'm coming into or out of a header, right? So we can do that pretty easy. Now that I'm here, I can say Boolean in header equals false. No, in checkboxes. In checkboxes equals false. So we start out with in checkboxes equals false. And now, you don't need to worry about header. Oh wait, we would need to worry about header. Or we say this. If not in checkboxes, right? We're not in checkboxes, and checkbox dot equals type. It's going to work out. I'm going to survive. So that means we're on the way into a checkbox. We're going to sb.append. Whatever this is. I got to go get that other OL style code and say in checkboxes equals true. That's all I need, and I'm going to have to look for that OL and grab this little tasty bit. Okay, then if we are in the checkboxes and it is not a checkbox, that means we're exiting checkboxes. And so then we just have to say /OL \n and set it to false. And we have one more little thing. At the end of this loop, we better double check y4y. At the end of the loop, we had better check to see if we happen to be, the last one we get happens to be a checkbox. But this we don't care. So if we're still in a checkbox at the very end, we're going to throw an OL onto the end of this little bugger. Okay. That means that I should be able to do checkbox code and just turn all those paragraph tags, form checkbox, input checkbox. I think now if, whoa, there's a lot of crap going on here. Input type equals checkbox, input type equals checkbox. Oh, form input start. No. Huh. Form input start, that just would put like label stuff out. So I think I can put an li tag in here, and I can put a slash, and that's one less break tag, folks. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want that break tag anyways, and I do want this li after the form input end because that's when I put the label out in the checkbox, I think. We'll have to look at this. I think I've coded enough. Let's recompile and see what I got. Stop. Board. Start this one. I got that one started. And that one started, and that one started. Good. We're getting close to having these babies working. Took me longer than I thought. Oh, compile works. Start. Tail. Up we come. Sorry about the bad size. I have upstairs and downstairs, and my downstairs is a 4K monitor, and that just confused the crap out of my streaming software. But I like to work standing up so I don't get too fat. So, should have LIs in there? Oh, Glenn's gonna probably want me to put a space in there. I wonder if I should put style equals padding left, like 5 pixels or something, and just leave the space in there. I don't know. I should probably do it the same thing for now on the checkboxes. Okay, so I put the blaze space in there because Glenn wants me to put space in. That's not going to work in this one because I just already compiled it. That way I should have a space at the end of the checkboxes. When I'm really bored, let's do this. Where am I? PWD. Get status dot. While I'm waiting, I might as well do some code review. Get diff dot. What do we got? Oh, we better check all the to-dos. There you go. But I think we fixed that one. Radio doesn't happen. Oops. That's just adding the type to that. Just changing the number of calls. Nice fix for the radio button. And change for the LI. Added the space right there. And then Boolean checkboxes. Change the name of the variable to imp. Yep. We're done. So that's pretty much what I expect. I got extra to-do I'm going to have to get rid of. So I might as well fix that while I'm at it. No. That one is me. Looks like we're up 71 seconds. Log in. What? Launch and pop up. Oh. So that looks pretty tasty. Let's go find some checkboxes and see. Uh-oh, look at that. What did I do wrong there? Dang. Going from the end of a radio box. The end of a radio button. What? Why these privacy settings go in? Why? Why does that not go back there? Not happy about that. Okay, so inspect. So that's an LI. This is an OL, so that feels kind of good. That's an OL. That's an OL. These LIs look good. Ooh. Oh, okay. So the question is, am I sticking the H4 inside the OL? I think that might be why it's messing up. Yeah, I think the H4 is inside the OL. That's the problem. Let's go fix that. Let's go fix that. Go fix that. Surfaces. Privacy settings. Why is that paragraph tag there? Why is it so well here? Because this has got to be a header. So privacy is a header. Services is a header. Is this radio button? Oh no, that's got to be checkboxes. The radio button one makes sense. Oh no, it's not here. Because that's just one checkbox. And so this guy, that's this guy. This guy. So that guy doesn't know anything. Where the H4 is at? Okay. Form, input, header. I got the same code 2 places, so I might as well just kind of factor that right out. Okay, form input header. I might have broke some, but then I'm gonna have to fix it. Header equals type. What? checkbox and the header. Okay, so let's look for imp. We are not in checkboxes, and checkbox equals type. Where is the header part? Ooh. Header. I think these are in the wrong place. This needs to be right here. Let's compile. Start her up. Okay. It doesn't hurt to do a get diff and check while we're bored. Oh, there's a yada in there. See? Yeah, we don't need no stinking yadas anymore. What did that remind me of? Oh, wait a second. Maybe that is something I have to think about. So that means that I'm putting a paragraph tag out. Sometimes I should be putting an LI tag out. Sometimes this is supposed to be a I'm getting extra P tags. That would be bad. That's just what it does when I have me logged in. Okay. Denim is looking good. Got a space there. Oh wow, look at that one. There's a space on this one, but not on that one. Oh, I gotta fix that before I go insane. This is harder than I thought. What am I doing here? Checkbox. Oh. What? Oh. This is where I want that space right here. That's the real guy. I added a space on a hidden guy. That didn't do much good. This is some complex code that I wrote. I'm going to do the fact that checkboxes, when you turn them off, send no value or something like that. It's just really quite massive. I got a JIRA on it a long time ago. Okay, so that space is there. That is, oh, look at that extra paragraph tag. So in a checkbox, I'm getting an extra paragraph tag. This here is a, how about here? I'll see if it will be changed. Is there an extra paragraph tag here? The radio button has an OL tag at the end. That's that extra paragraph tag. This guy right here. So I think that I should not have that closed paragraph at the end of I don't think this is appropriate for either a checkbox or radio. Okay, so now if I'm not mistaken, my space is going to look nice, and I'm not going to have any extra paragraph tags, and I think I got this one licked. I think I got it licked. What's going on Twitter? Oh, I got retweeted. I wonder how many people are watching on Twitter right now. Let's go find out. Let's see how many people are watching on Twitter. Okay, so there we go. There's Matt Clare. Oh, what is Sakai? Sakai's the world's best open source learning management system. Actually, it's just the best learning management system. I have 3 people watching. Holy mackerel, I've been working on this for an hour. It was harder than I thought it was. Okay, so yeah, Sakai is an open source learning management system. Okay, we have 3 people watching. Okay, so let's see what we got. This is like the Truman Show. So that's done, and now we got to start it. Now we got to take a while to start it. Okay, that'll start up. So this, my idea is this coding is like the Truman Show. Truman Show. Like it's a really boring, Truman Show, right? The Truman Show. Where we just watch this guy sleep. This is like just watching a boring guy coding, right? It's super boring. In case something happens, right? You gotta watch it. All 3 people, or 2 people plus myself watching my own self. So this is like the Truman Show of coding. Super boring. Come on up, Sakai. The nice thing about it is like, yeah, this is hard, but there are literally, even though Matt only found this in 1 screen, there are literally 8 or 9 screens that I'm fixing all at the same time because this is all coming from my foo-rm stuff. And so all these mistakes, all this LI stuff is going to be perfect because there's not a lot of markup. I'm not fixing my markup. I'm fixing the code that generates markup. And I just love that. And these Sakai, I mean, the amount of UI crap that I would have had to write the old way. Okay, so one UI crap I would have had to rewrite the old way would be just outrageous. And it would be inconsistent. I would have put a bug in one and not fix the other. It would just drive me batty. Okay, so that looks pretty. This is like it's going to be an OL, a no fake paragraph tag. Huh? Talk to me. Be my friend. There you go. Look at that. Oh, I'm too sexy for my OL tag. Too sexy. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. So you don't have to touch them because they're all the same. Because it's code. Code smart. It's like artificial intelligence. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Why? Oh, why? Why, oh, why? I think I know why. Let's inspect element. So that means somehow this services did not detect that it was coming over here. So it's the code that decides when to that I've left, and when headers come out, yeah. Header. Oh, just look at this code. This is a mess. I have to understand this code a little more now. Damn it. Okay. /OL. Not that. Okay, now check. Oh, yeah, this gets, because I've appended the header here. Oh, I'm delaying the header until later. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm popping that up to the next loop, and so if this happens, the header's coming out before I'm detecting it, but that's okay. I got you beat. I can fix my own bug, folks. Decode A, put that right here. Actually, I'm gonna put it right here. So I moved them both. And so you see what I'm doing with the header? I'm kind of like double hacking the header. I got to get out of the checkbox. Then if I do this, I've lost the fact because I'm back in a checkbox, and so it thinks I'm never leaving a checkbox because it doesn't see the header in between checkboxes. Well, I'll explain this in a second. Let me get it compiled. Boink. Get it compiled. Get ready to start over. So the problem was going here. I would hit a header and hit a series of checkboxes. Then I hit another header and a series of checkboxes. But the loop was checking to see if the header needed, what it was doing, it was checking to see if I was looking at these fields and seeing if any of these fields, oh, undo that. I don't know what that was. What it's doing is it's deciding whether or not to do the header by looking to see if there is a field after it that is in its list. So these all can be hidden. Things like LTI1 only or admin only. There are ways to hide these things. So it's checking in case you don't need to do the header. So it would wait until it read the next line to emit the header, but by then I'd lost the track of the fact that I switched from checkbox to header. And by moving that code up here, before I did that's bumping the header to the next line. Yeah, this code is like too tricky, way too tricky for me. So let's start it back up. Start. Tail. Okay, run that for a while. So yeah, whoa, don't kill it. Yeah. Yeah, so that code was a little too tricky, but that's okay. That's why you keep checking your code and screwing up and figuring it out. So people are wondering what Sakai Project is. So Sakai Project is the world's greatest learning management system. We're working on Sakai 12 right now. Sakai 11 is about 1.5 years old. You can go to Sakai Project and play this super awesome video to see why it's so damn good. And Sakai 12 is going to be even better than Sakai 11, and that's what we're working on right now, because the code freeze for Sakai 12 is at the end of July, and that's why I'm doing all this crazy coding during July. Get all this stuff working, and if you want to play with Sakai, nightly2.sakaiproject.org has a whole bunch of the current code in the code base, and you can log in as the admin user, admin. And so that's as of midnight last night. That's what's our software, with this beautiful blue bar on top and the bullhorns that are coming in for 12 and the social alerts that are coming in for 12. Oh, we're so damn cool. Now this was in 11, and that was so damn cool in 11 too. Now, so there's a little ad for Sakai while I'm waiting for Sakai to come up. Oh, it's up. So now I'm going to run, not that one, I'm going to run localhost, hit refresh, come back, log in, go back to the page. Okay, now let's take a look. That's looking good, that's looking good, that's looking good. Yay, look at that. So let's inspect. Look at the little blank, Glenn. You'll be happy that I got that blank in there. Okay, so I got an OL tag. I don't have a crappy paragraph tag. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay, so I'm good. That's enough. Okay, so it's time to check this in. All right? Let's do a little bit of review. Let's make sure I don't have any yadas or to-dos in here. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Finally, I got this code here. That was the last bit to get that code up from there up to there. Got that right. No yadas. Okay. So now, let's blow this up. So, because I'm a get loser. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Get checkout minus B. Get checkout minus B. Oh, I fixed them both at the same time, so I'm just going to have to, I'll just pick one of them, make a branch. Before I do that, I'm going to get status to make sure I'm on master. And yes, I'm not going to put any of these things in. This is the only file I really am going to put in, but these are things I'm fooling around with. So we're going to do create a branch. Get checkout minus B sac 32685 and get commit dot. And that's going to go just from here down, which is going to give me only one file. Sac 32685 improve accessibility for LTI insert form. Bang. Now I gotta go check my cheat sheet. I think I say get push origin. Not there. Get push origin. Get push origin. Get push origin sac 32685. Yep, that's right. Push that up. That's nice. And now we go to GitHub. Go to GitHub. Go into my Sakai repo. And do a compare and pull request. Yep. Kablooey. Thanks, Matt. Going into Sakai, we'll take a look in Sakai and pull requests. And there it is. And now it'll take 20 minutes or so before the Travis runs. Takes 20 minutes to do the Travis before we make sure that it's truly check-inable. So, hey, that's it. I'm done. Finished 2 JIRAs, 62685 and 62686. I'm going to link these two. Is related to is incorporated by SAC 32685 326. Is that the one I did? Yeah, 32685. No, not that. SAC 32685 32685. Yes. Because I really just did them all in the same thing. So we are done. Anything exciting happening in Twitter? No notifications? No, nothing exciting. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get off and then call Glenn. See if he has any more critiques of what I've done. So, see you next time I find a bug.